I want you guys to take a look at this picture here. And as you can see, it says Border Patrol removing thousands of Haitian migrants from makeshift camp. You know what I find interesting about this, and I'm pretty sure most of you will find this interesting as well. These Haitian immigrants came from Haiti. Right off the heels of their president being assassinated, his wife being severely and critically injured, can't move her fingers on her, I believe, her left side anymore. And they came right off the heels of this, what was it, hurricane, I believe, or earthquake, devastating earthquake that left them without home and board. So they're coming to America like everybody else wants to come to America to make a better life. You have these Mexicans out here who are at the border who they were coming in caravans. They were walking to America. Nobody fucking stopped them from coming in. They're being allowed to get in. You got these Afghans who came from, Afghanistan because the Taliban is taking over. They're ruling again. And millions of people lost their lives just trying to get on the plane, okay? And fell off the plane because that's how terrified they were of the Taliban. But they're being put in Texas. They're being put into these American cities. But now, because the Haitians want to come in, oh, now it's time to get rough. It's time to put your ass back on a plane and send you back home. How come they didn't turn the Mexicans around and tell them to go back to Mexico? How come they didn't take the Afghans and tell them to go back to the Taliban? But all of a sudden, when the Haitians come in now, we gotta use force. We gotta get these cowboys who think they're goddamn John Wayne here, lassoing motherfuckers up by their necks and putting them on planes and telling them to go the fuck back home. See, this is the bullshit double standard that people always talk about, but don't want to talk about at the same fucking time. Oh, it's not a racial thing. Yeah, the fuck it ain't a racial thing. The fuck it ain't. Okay? Let's stop the bullshit right now. These so-called wannabe cowboys were whipping these Haitian migrants who were staying underneath the bridge over there by the border, okay? You see this one man has some food in his hand. I guess they were giving out food because the people need food to eat and food supplies are running low. And then you got this guy coming after this, Haitian migrant right here as others are running away. This one standing here. The other one on top, you can see his legs. He's moving away. Here's a better image. You can see as the Haitian man is being grabbed here. Now, I could play devil's advocate, and I could be like one of those white people out there, or one of those black people out there that want to, make excuses for this particular scene. Oh, he's got more than one bag in his hand. He was probably trying to get more food for himself, and that's why this cowboy ranger came after him and tried to hold on to him and say, no, you can't take that. You can only have one bag. Give me those other two bags. See, they will always make excuses. They will always make excuses. But my whole point is they weren't doing this with the Mexican people. They weren't doing this with the Afghans. We got people in this country, and I've seen it in the comment sections on these bigger videos that get these worldwide views and shit, where there's people in this country that don't want them Afghans here. They don't want those Mexicans here. But you got people that will sympathize because they've come from these war-torn countries and all this shit. And yeah, let's let them get in and have a better life for themselves as long as they don't make trouble. Now we got people making excuses for this shit that's going on right here. It's pathetic, man. This is a double standard that I always talk about. But people talk about I'm doing the race, but I ain't doing no race baiting shit. You're seeing this with your own eyes. This is the world. This is how it is. Like LeVar Burton said, and Reading Rainbow all those years ago when I used to watch as a kid. You don't have to take my word for it. Here's the video proof right here. They like using those whips, I see. They're getting a kick out of doing this shit. They're really enjoying this. You can see it. Using the whips, they're on horseback. They look like the damn slave masters from back in the days. Just rustling up people. It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. Look, I could sympathize with people who have gone through devastation because there's shit that goes on here, like the situation we had a couple of weeks ago with the water damage and people lost their lives here in my own country, right in my own city of New York here. And they got help, they got relief. I work in a place where I had to use a machine and take down water heaters because there were many people lined up as if I were giving out food for me to take down a 50-gallon water heater, a 75-gallon water heater. Yes, me doing this on a machine. No bullshit, no cap. This was me doing it because of that water damage. So I can understand and sympathize. But we're talking about people that don't have nowhere to live. They're outside. And, I know people got their particular opinions about this shit. I understand because we keep bringing more and more people in here, and then there's going to be less and less jobs for us. And then that means it could be more and more crime because you got people coming from other countries as well. But USA has always been one of these countries that have people from different backgrounds already. So I understand the argument on both sides. You don't want them here. Some people say, okay, bring them in, but make sure, hopefully, they don't do anything wrong. They don't cause any problems because we already have enough problems going on here already. Okay? Thing is, for me, is you see the double standard as you see the way that the Mexicans are treated and the way the Afghans are being treated. They're being welcome with open arms. But they're sending these people back home, tell them, get your ass out of here, get back on the plane and go back where you came from. They don't give a damn what happened to your country. They don't give a damn what happened to your president, even though they probably, orchestrated. Most of us believe they did, you know what I'm saying? But they want your ass out of here. They're mass deportating these people, putting them back on planes so them to go back where they came from. You're not welcome here. That is basically what the U.S. Border Patrol is telling them and what the U.S. government is doing about this situation with the Haitians. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm talking low because I really just woke up a few minutes ago. But I wanted to make this video from before and I didn't get a chance to make it until now. But this is what some black people on these channels and YouTube are talking about. You see the difference. How come all of a sudden it's a problem when the Haitians are coming, but it wasn't a big deal it was a big deal for a little bit when the Mexicans came, but then that died down, they allowed them in, okay? Because you had those caravans coming, and they were coming, okay? And they're letting them in without a problem. They're letting the Afghans in without a problem, okay? And like I said, there are many people who are white, black, who are against that shit as well, but there are also some that are for it, okay? But my whole thing is, if you letting them in, why you ain't letting these people in? Oh, ain't no more room. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. I'll talk to you next time. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves and be safe.